Coming up next, perhaps the biggest main event to date here on NXT. Team Hell No, Kane and Daniel Bryan with their tag team championships on the line against the upstarts Johnny Curtis and Michael McGillicuddy. That's up next on NXT.
Introducing first, from Minneapolis, Minnesota, weighing 232 pounds, Michael McGillicuddy.
Well, we just saw the bad blood that's been developing over the NXT championship between Mahal and Rollins, but now our main event for the WWE Tag Team Championships. Michael McGillicuddy, Mr. Intensity, making his way to the ring. An unlikely pair.
But tonight, Curtis and McGillicuddy have the opportunity of a lifetime.
And his tag team partner from Boston, Massachusetts, weighing 249 pounds, Johnny Curtis.
Well, Johnny Curtis is, well, he's an interesting character to say the least. A lot of people have dubbed him the king of weird. I don't know. I take a look at him and he seems to be his own biggest fan. What do you think they are?
I think he's wearing an excessive amount of baby oil, and I am uncomfortable.
A former model. I've talked to several members of the NXT locker room, and they have called him a narcissist and a very introverted person. You see that from his behavior.
Well, being a narcissist is not a new thing in sports entertainment. This young man has got a lot of skills, and you know, way back in the day on NXT, one of the seasons, he won an opportunity to compete for a tag team championship. He's essentially cashing that in here tonight after all this time. That time, by the way, his tag team partner was R-Truth. So Curtis selects McGillicuddy. Says, I want my tag opportunity. So it's here tonight on NXT against the most dysfunctional tag team in the annals of World Wrestling Entertainment. The 7-footer, known as Kane.
Bringing his WWE Tag Team title all the way here to the NXT arena.
Never know what's going to happen here tonight. Something crazy is in the air, no doubt.
Introducing the WWE Tag Team Champions. First, from Aberdeen, Washington, weighing 210 pounds, Daniel Bryan. And his partner, weighing 323 pounds, Kane. Together, they are Team Hell No!
Daniel Bryan, one of the most easily incited superstars in all of WWE. However, he is one half of the Tag Team Champions, despite what he may say.
Decided on NXT. The chemistry. Nice arm drag takedown by Daniel Bryan after a perfect takeover by McGillicuddy to start this sequence off. And now Daniel Bryan feigning a tag with his tag team partner Kane.
Hey, Johnny Curtis.
You know, this strange things can happen on nights like this. It takes 3 seconds to win or lose. You never know when Kane tags himself in.
Coming in right there as Daniel Bryan stuck a little bit there in the corner. Johnny Curtis. And here's a man who told me backstage, better to look good than to feel good. I guarantee he doesn't feel too good right now in there with Kane.
That's the old Ricardo Montalban line, Fantasy Island. So you can Google that if you choose. There's Daniel Bryan won the tag. Kane said not this time. Curtis is very happy to get the tag to McGillicuddy.
McGillicuddy and Curtis doing a good job trying to cut off Kane at least. McGillicuddy with a little bit of defense and flying through the air. Kane
Based in Minneapolis back in the day. Of course, his dad was Mr. Perfect, Kurt Hennig.
Daniel Bryan tossed out of the ring there by McGillicuddy and making a quick move to avoid Curtis and Bryan, but he's met by a drop kick.
Daniel Bryan left himself a little bit exposed, and on the referee can't be everywhere at once. You see Johnny Curtis taking advantage, an unfair advantage, but an advantage nonetheless. You know, you look at a team like Curtis and McGillicuddy, what the heck do they have to lose?
Here's a cover. Daniel Bryan manages to get away. And now McGillicuddy missed two.
Water, breaks noses, busts lip, tips teeth.
Great teamwork there by Curtis and McGillicuddy. Curtis looking to get the win, and escaping is Bryan.
We see an inverted atomic drop followed by a reverse clothesline in the back of the head. Good uppercut by Curtis. See, like I said, Curtis and McGillicuddy got nothing to lose. They can try things that they maybe normally would not. They can take unusual chances because they have nothing to lose. They have everything to gain by leaving this television broadcast as the new WWE Tag Team Champions.
Speaking of unusual, the behavior so far of Johnny Curtis, I think, is the definition of the word. Now Daniel Bryan looking to escape this hold, but Johnny Curtis and Michael McGillicuddy have done a good job so far of, for the most part, keeping Kane and Bryan in their corner.
Well, we've seen more tags thus far from the challengers of the WWE Tag Team Champions, and Michael McGillicuddy, who's still growing, still filling out. He's getting better each and every time you see him. Tagging in the unorthodox, as you said, Tom, earlier, the narcissistic Johnny Curtis, who is somewhat flamboyant at times. Not, of course, ladies and gentlemen, if there's anything wrong with that.
Well, we've seen superstars like that before. He might get the cover here, looking to get his wish with a tag team title, but Daniel Bryan gets out of that pinfall. But we've seen superstars, the likes of Johnny Curtis, before. How much success can they really have in the WWE?
Well, if they're fundamentally sound and they're physical, they're intense, their flamboyance and the packaging can throw a guy off his game. Johnny Curtis is a very skilled competitor. He may have different wrapping, but you can't judge the old book by its cover. And yes, Sir Curtis has a flamboyant cover. So what?
Bryan countering out of that toss. Off the ropes. Both men locked up, and they're down in the middle.
Boy, Daniel Bryan's taking a lot of punishment. That mid-air collision didn't do Bryan any favors. Daniel Bryan really needs to make a tag sooner than later.
Kane has been locked up in his corner, waiting to get in, and not that he hasn't been able to reach out for Daniel Bryan as they typically make a tag. Now here comes McGillicuddy and Kane, looking to meet in the center of the ring. McGillicuddy meets with a big boot from Kane. Kane driving him into the corner, and this is what McGillicuddy and Curtis did not want.
Kane, 323 pounds, not going to take any stupid or unnecessary chances.
Sidewalk slam, planting him in the middle, and now Curtis down on the mat.
Kane, a first ballot Hall of Famer. No doubt about that.
The Big Red Machine.
Lies.
The lariat right into the chest. Classic Kane.
7 feet tall, 323 pounds, has done the damage. And now his partner, Daniel Bryan, wants the glory as Bryan tags himself in this match and is imploring Kane to get on the apron.
And Kane distracting him for just a moment. Here's a roll-up. McGillicuddy may steal one. No, now Kane looking for it. And he just gets out of it. There's Bryan.
Daniel Bryan inadvertently knocked his partner off the apron and a near fall. McGillicuddy from behind. But I believe it's Kane. Is Kane the legal man, or is it Daniel Bryan?
I think it's Daniel Bryan, and there he gets the choke slam, and now the no lock in the corner. Here's Daniel Bryan. Got McGillicuddy in the corner. Johnny Curtis is out cold, and there's the tap.